Go for it.
Okay,
go for it.
Fucking camera work.
There you go.
So I watched it. Sometimes there are times you take directors or actors. Sometimes you take things for granted, and there's a lot of people I know even now like, oh, Spielberg's too old. He should quit. Okay, listen. If the guy wants to die in a film set, filming a movie,
let him film.
Let him film a movie. Let him die in a movie.
Is he doing that new one, the Disclosure Day?
Yeah, he did that one.
I'm gonna go watch it.
I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I will admit the random CGI animals kind of confuse me, but I'm still gonna see it because it's Spielberg. But this dude, watching this movie, he is the master at shots and long takes, the one shot, setting up a shot. I was going to just write down. I went through after I watched it. I went through quickly shots where he's moving the camera, he's panning, he's tilting, rack focusing, all in the same shot. There were just too many, so I was like, I'm not going to do this.
You're like, I'm just going to write the whole movie down.
The example I'll give you, because I told you when I was watching it, was on the train when
the magic car.
Yeah, when young Indiana Jones gets into that one back, I think it was the last car.
Yeah, the caboose.
Yeah, and I think it was on a steady cam. I don't know. It might have been on a track. It
didn't feel like it was shaking.
It wasn't shaking. I don't know if he used a steady cam because it was too tight or if it was on a track. But if you watch that scene, it's all one take, and it's maybe like a minute.
Not even.
It's
probably
long,
like 40 seconds.
40 seconds. But young Indiana Jones, played by River Phoenix, enters into that little.
No, he's the bad guy, isn't he? Or is he young Indiana Jones?
He's young Indiana Jones.
Okay, I was mixed it up.
He gets in that little small door.
The little.
And he runs to the end to open up the door. The camera follows him. It's tracking him, and then it pans that way. Tries to open up the door. He's like, oh, shit. Then it tracks back a little bit, pans with him. He's like, what do I do? What do I do? And he sees the magic box, and he goes into the magic box. As soon as he goes to the magic box, the other guy comes in, and then the magic box disappears. And then you
see him walk to the end.
And then River Phoenix, I don't know how they did it, runs. It's probably a double.
I think he comes from the back.
It's a double.
It
had to be a double. He runs. He opens up the door and he's running away from the train.
And the train's actually moving.
Yes, and then it cuts.
And he's like, not bad, kid.
It cuts to the guy, and anyone would be like, oh, how many? If you ask a regular person how many cuts are in that scene, I bet you'd say, oh, it's like 4, 5, 6, maybe. It's one shot. And he does it literally in every scene. Every scene. After that, I literally after a class, when Marcus comes into the classroom, Marcus is standing there in the corner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it pans.
And it pans. He walks over here. You
see him shift with it.
Yeah, dude, he does it through the whole movie. And I stopped at Meets Donovan for the first time because
it just kept happening.
It just kept happening. But I went through all of his other movies, and Spielberg, I think the reason why he's so goddamn good is because his shots, they seem so simple, but they're insanely complicated.
Now that you got me thinking of it, he does the same thing in the German Castle when Sean Connery throws the vase.
Yes.
It cuts, and you see the vase hit, and then it pans back up to them.
Yeah.
You see the whole scene.
Well, do you remember the scene when he finds the X?
Yeah.
So he sees.
Oh yeah.
And he follows him up the stairs, and then there it is. And then the camera is on a dolly. It has to be on a dolly.
Yeah.
And
it's like overlooking
It's
him.
one shot.
Yeah.
And it's probably, it may feel like 20 seconds. 30 seconds. It might be like 15 to 20. I don't know how long. But the complexity of having all this movement the actor does, to have him go
plus two side actors on the back,
to move it back to expose stairs, have him go upstairs, follow him up the stairs, and then not over the shoulder, but he's over his shoulder, and you look down, there's the X. That is insanely complicated.
So he uses, what you're saying is Spielberg uses not only the camera, but he uses the entire set.
He uses movement
Yeah.
so well.
He does, it gets everything.
Maybe as good as anyone. And when you actually stop and look at it, you're like, holy shit, this guy, nobody's doing this. But then again,
But that's why his movies are so good.
But then I watched. It's not as good, but I watched again Twister.
Mm-hmm.
That opening sequence with the helicopter.
Did he do Twister?
No, that was
okay,
John DeBont.
John
DeBont, who was a cinematographer
for the movie.
No. John DeBont was a cinematographer, became a director. He directed Speed and Twister.
Oh, sick.
Twister is his two big movies. He had same thing where Bill Paxton is standing here, and the camera will follow. Bill Paxton's over here, and he's talking like Helen Hunt. It's all one shot, and I don't know if that's like a lost art or it feels dated or what. But a lot of movies today don't do that.
Trying to think of
James Cameron used to do it all the time too. Well, now with Avatar, I mean, maybe not as much. I don't know. I have to rewatch.
You know what the last movie I can think of that's like that? 1917.
Well, that's all one take.
It's all one take.
Yeah.
So like that's the last thing I can think of somebody doing that.
That's why it's so crazy that you're watching it, and because it allows the actor to act. It takes insane amounts of rehearsing, not just for the actors, but for the camera work, camera team too. I went again back and looked at other scenes. So Jurassic Park, there's the shot. Remember when he's like and he has that amber, and you go into the amber. So if you watch that scene again, if you ever watched Jurassic Park, watch Jurassic Park. There's a scene where I forget the dude's name, but I think he's like in the Dominican Republic. And everyone's digging and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's
and the lawyer, he's like,
is it Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
I think it's Puerto Rico.
Or Dominican. I forget. And the guy's like, Grant, he's a digger like me. And so someone hands him that amber, and everyone that was working, they all have headlamps on.
And you just see the light zoom in.
All the dudes with the headlamps are all silhouetted, but you can see their headlamps. They all literally. It was planned. All go behind him, and they just stand there, look at the ember, and he's like, he's a digger like me, and then
he's a digger.
And then again, the camera's following them, and then it goes into the ember, and somebody has to.
And then it
has to rack focus onto the ember, and then the whole screen becomes the ember, the amber.
Yeah.
Not ember.
Amber. Yeah.
Amber. That's all one take. And whoever is working that camera, the insane to have the actors hit their spots, and the guys with the headlamps, I guarantee you, are the guys that lit the ember, the amber. I keep saying amber. Yeah. They had to have turned their head to light it, or there was a light to light the amber, so that the camera can. So it can be lit properly.
So it would seem like it was natural.
Yes. But to have them all meet their spots, and then the camera to meet their spot, and then to rack focus while you're going in is... Dude, when you're rack focusing, it's difficult.
You're like
turning
it as you go.
As you go, and it's such a difficult thing.
Because if you go too fast, it looks bad.
Sometimes you go the wrong way and it goes the other.
And you're like, damn it!
Yeah, and you gotta do it again, and then you fucked up the take. But then when you're moving forward, and then you have to rack focus, they used to put like tape or like markers on the lens. You have to be here by this spot, this spot, this spot, and it all by feel. Dude, it is insanely difficult. And then I actually wrote this out. I'll say this, and then we'll move on. Jaws, when he gets the phone call, and then I'll do Schindler's List. He gets a phone call. Is
that the one where
enters his house, exits his house with his wife? It's a simple shot. It's literally on a tripod. That's it. He leaves the door, walks, and leaves through like this almost like kind of door-like thing to his car. It's all one shot, and there's a whole dialogue sequence going on. It's one frame, and then it's another frame when it ends. And you think that there's a cut. There's no cuts. But the most insane shot, because I was like, oh man, there was this one shot with talking about lighting. When it came to the nightclub scene, it's in the beginning when you first meet Oscar Schindler.
Yeah,
He sits down, he's smoking a cigarette, and the light just hits his eyes a certain way. I love that shot.
And it's like most of his face is dark, but you just see the
Yeah.
eye.
He's there to meet someone or meet people to try and basically, hey,
Like blend in.
bribe them
Yeah.
to. No, I don't know. I wouldn't say. I don't know if it was bribe, but trying to make himself known. So he's a businessman.
Yeah.
So he wants to make business. So he needs to meet a certain individual in order for him to possibly meet the next person to, make business. So this shot, I'll have to explain. It's very detailed. The camera starts on his head here. On his left shoulder.
Yeah.
And it rack focuses. It slightly moves. It tracks slightly and slightly pans behind his head. Rack focuses on this group of the three people. There's a married couple. I think they're married, but a man and woman couple and a guy, German soldiers. The camera move. I don't know if my hands are there. Camera's here. Camera moves behind them as the rack focuses to them. It goes behind his head as they go to their table.
So it's like you're looking at his vision.
Yeah, and then as they sit down, it rack focuses to him as he lifts his hand, holding a cigarette, and then he turns it and there's a 50, and then it rack focuses to the money, and then it focuses on a waiter that comes in frame. He's like, buy them people a round of drinks and say it's from me. And then the camera ends where it started. It is insanely complicated. You don't even know what's going. Like, you don't even notice that there's all this movement, panning, tracking, rack focusing. There's maybe like 15,000 things going on, and it looks so effortless.
How long do you think it took him to make that shot?
Oh my god! To just rehearse that?
Yeah.
Oh my god! It had to take hours.
That was like the entire day of filming.
And when I saw that, I literally like, dude, this guy, Spielberg, is legit one of the greatest of all time.
I believe it.
Because if you could, like, I'll reread it. Starts over Oscar's side, rack focus on man and woman couple walking in, camera both tracking and panning from Oscar's side behind his head while following the men and woman walking to their table. Camera stops over Oscar's left shoulder where he lifts his hand holding a cigarette as the camera focuses on his hand / cigarette and reveals a 50 in his hand. Waiter enters frame. Rack focuses on the waiter. Waiter and orders the group drinks. Waiter leaves. Tracking and panning back to original shot on Oscar's side while rack focusing.
We gotta get you a notepad.
That's insane. And it was like a 25-second shot, a 40-second shot. I forget how long it was. But all of that happened in one shot.
Okay, if you had to rank it out of 10, what would the cinematography for the movie
Dude,
be?
it was amazing.
For this movie?
Dude, it was so damn good. Dude, this compared to stuff now, dude, this is a 10. It's a 10. Now, if you say like what's his best shot movie, I mean probably like Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List.
Fair, but like in terms of like the cinematography for what it is, like
Douglas, what's his name? Douglas Slocum. Dude, that guy, he's a G. That guy
I don't even know what is that the cinematographer?
That's the
for the
cinematographer.
movie?
That guy is so damn good.
Huh.
Oh, you got him right there?
No, I was looking to see if he doesn't even show up in the IMDb.
Well, if you go to crew, I think there's like a crew. I don't know, like a crew.
I don't know. I see director, writer, stars.
I don't know, but if crew.
Right casting crew.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cinematographer, and I literally think his last movie was this movie, and what a way to go out.
Story, characters. Philip Kaufman.
He wrote the
characters.
He wrote. I think it's up here. It should be one of the top
Director,
ones.
writer, story, characters, characters.
Keep going.
Cast.
My phone is off camera.
Sorry, composer.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah, Michael Kahn. And okay, sorry, no, I'm looking at editors. Douglas Slocum. Okay.
Oh, okay, I mispronounced his name. My bad. That guy. I don't know.
I mean, George Lucas edited it, so he's skilled in that as well.
But dude, if you're comparing to like what you see now, dude, this movie is hands down better than stuff I see today.
It's a heavy recommendation.
But is it again?
Is it like the penultimate? No, but it's still
No.
for the time. This is like
It's like a wet dream for me, dude. This is like it's like a wet dream. The lighting.
I can tell because I don't know anything about
No,
cinematography. I'm just sitting here like
the lighting is so damn good. The camera movement is so spot on and perfect. It is so this movie is the reason why I love movies. Like this, like the way this movie is made, or this movie. I'm pointing at this, but all of them.
watch all of them.
Yeah, the way these are filmed and shot, it looks like it literally for me it's like watching a piece of history. Like there's so like my thing today sometimes with digital projection, you see things almost too good where I'm not saying film. It's a film, but
I get it because like with this you'll see the shadows, you'll see the graininess.
Yeah, the graininess, and it feels like you're watching something cinematic. Where now sometimes
everything's too clean.
it's too clean.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's nice for me at least. I actually like the graininess. I like the sharp contrast between the light and the dark. I like very vibrant colors, like in this movie. The reds are very red in this movie. I don't know what it was shot in, if it was Technicolor or what, but I'm sure it says on the back somewhere. But the colors are very vibrant. Whoever the art director is, that guy, or like the costume design, that guy deserves.
Oh, dude, I think they said they made his hat and jacket and Raiders. Like she just grabbed it off the wardrobe rack and then took a belt sander to it.
Yeah. But it again.
Anthony Powell, costume designer.
That guy, yeah. Again, he.
Yeah.
Well, who was on Raiders of the Lost Ark? You said who?
Anthony Powell.
Let's see. Costume design. Is this at the time when they didn't put that down?
No, no, it's on the. Oh, you have the bonus features.
Oh,
no, you have it. You're right.
No,
So,
I think that was the time when they didn't put that on the credits.
no, I don't see costume design. No.
Yeah, they might not have put that on the credits at that time.
We'll have to look at that.
But
Philip Kaufman.
yeah,
He did the story for Raiders.
yeah.
But no, like, dude, I agree. Like, 100%. This is, it's works.
Well, sometimes movies today, like they're so dark and you can't see anything.
For example, what is it? It was literally, I watched it like a few months ago. I can't even remember what I was watching, but I was just like, I can't see anything in this film.
It's so dark, and sometimes they have like the colors are washed out a little bit, and the colors are very dull, and I don't know. It just there's something about the color in this movie and the way it's lit. It pops so well.
I just think it was like the perfection of, again, I keep saying it, it's the product of the time. Like it's a perfection of classic adventure movie, but using all of the top grade cinematography and styles and effects and everything of the time from like the two of the greatest directors in history.
I think like the late 60s, I would say, and this is my opinion, like from movies that I've seen like in the late 60s, I mean, there's movies even earlier than that, but the late 60s
it's filmed to look like it was filmed in 1930.
Yeah.
Or was it, did I say 38, 1938?
Like the late 60s to, I don't know, like right before the 2010s hit. Cinematography was just so goddamn good.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that cinematography now is not as good. It just it doesn't.
I think
it doesn't pop
you only have a few directors now that are actually looking towards it. Like Christopher Nolan, he's one of them, and then Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, I can never pronounce that guy's name.
Is it Villeneuve?
Villeneuve.
I don't know. He did Dune and he did Sicario and all those. Okay, so after camera work, special effects.
Do you have anything about the camera work?
I don't know enough to see, but like after you explaining it, like I said, I saw that scene with like throwing the glass and it shatters and then come around. I liked all the camera work when they're in the chamber of the Holy Grail.
Or like I don't know if they did do that, but when you meet the Knight Templar, I think they put a blue light on him to make him look.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like
angelic.
Yeah, like an angelic light, and he's reading his Bible.
Yeah.
I loved it when he picks up the sword. And he's like, oh, he's like old and frail now. But yeah, for the most part, everything, like I said, it films like it was shot for 1938. But like I'm thinking about it now, what you're talking about came out in 1989. Lethal Weapon, you can't like for example, if I look at the cinematography of Lethal Weapon and just how the camera looks, this feels way more grainy. This feels like they were taking an old camera and filming it.
But at the same time, it was like crisp and clean too.
But yeah, but and that's I think they did that. I don't know how they did it. You would probably know, but I think they did that for intended purpose.
And one thing I also love about Spielberg is, yes, he does use handheld. He does, but I actually love when shots are clean, where because sometimes shaky camera, like
I don't like shaky camera.
When I start noticing like what is going, like it distracts me. I love, for me, like cinematic to me
if you're shaking the camera, it's because you don't want me to see something like that I'm not supposed to notice.
Cinematic is that the magic box scene where he hides in the magic box.
Yeah,
it's crisp, it's clean, the movement is it just feels like a movie.
To me, shaky cam is used just because you don't want the audience to see your shortcomings.
Yeah.
And I think there are places where it can be used.
It makes the editor's job a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's places it can be used, but I think just what you've been talking about and everything that we've been talking about with it, I don't, and I think that's why Crystal Skull also didn't work. Because he used, like, for example,
dude, I know what
remember
you're talking about.
the scene where they're on the cars riding through the jungle and it's just going like behind you in the background.
Well, it's all green screen.
But like the camera's shaky a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, because I guess he wants you to think you're like on a car, like driving with them. But it makes you notice the green screen. Yeah. It makes you notice that the actors are really bad showing like they're unbalanced, because we know they're not. They're on a platform. Yeah. Whereas, like, again, I keep coming back. The tank scene, he's on a fucking tank.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
I'm sure it was, but it was actually moving.
But I'm sure there were handheld. If I don't remember, I have to rewatch it. I'm sure there were some handheld stuff on there, but it was, you saw everything, and you saw the action, and it wasn't like cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here. That's another thing too. There's so much cutting now. It's like, dude, you're actually allowed to just sit back, watch it. It's being presented to you rather than like, what is happening? Like,
I don't need to see every angle. Just like, show me the scene.
Punch. There was, I remember I went to go see, I think it was like the third Taken movie. And
I don't even think I saw the third Taken movie.
My dad loved them, so
they're cheesy. They're good.
We went to go see all of them because my dad's in like martial arts.
He's a Liam Neeson fan.
He's a Liam Neeson guy, and also like he's into jiu-jitsu, so like he was always into that stuff. But for Liam Neeson to jump over a fence, there was legit 8 or 9 cuts. I don't remember the exact scene, but he's like running away for something.
It's like run to the fence, cut.
It's boom, boom,
jump,
boom,
cut,
boom, 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 boom.
over the fence, cut, land, cut, and then goes from there.
Dude, it is not needed.
No.
You don't need to do that.
No.
At that point, literally just put the camera here, have him like get to the fence, and literally immediately cut him over. Not boom, 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 and then.
Or just keep the camera there and watch him jump over a fence, and then film it through the fence, so it looks. I don't think that looks bad. Like if I was filming a chain link fence and somebody jumped over it, and the camera, all you have to do is have the lens focus through one of the rings, and then it'll look like they're running on.
Yeah, so it just that's like one of my pet peeves is instead of having one shot or one take or maybe 2 at most, you got a 15,000 and you're trying to figure out where am I? You don't even know
I think I think they do it now to give the editor, they're like, it gives them more options.
It makes it a lot harder.
I feel like they want to have like the best shot they possibly can, and they're doing it to like give the editor the most options to make the scene look as cool as possible. But it's what's the rule? It's, I guess, the opposite of show don't tell. Stop overworking everything.
Dude,
keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, well, that's why at any opportunity you can do it in one take, do it in one take.
Fair.
Yeah.